Hey YouTube, it's Dale Calvert. In this video, I want to share with you 4 important rules that you must follow when buying cards on Facebook Marketplace. I want to share with you a recent purchase where we'll make an easy 300% return on our money. As many of you know, on this channel, our primary focus is teaching you how to guarantee your profits with the systems and the methods that you use in the sports card market. Take those profits, compound them, and use your profits to grow and expand your business and your collection and not your rent money. And that's really the focus. We share over 12 different ways, like Facebook Marketplace for purchases, with multiple case studies and examples that you can implement and follow to guarantee yourself profits with sports cards. So let's get into this. I want to show you the actual purchase, what we were able to pick up. Before we do, I need to share with you, I said 4 rules. It's actually 3 rules. And number 1 is be safe. Obviously, it should go without saying, but when you make a purchase, if you're selling, if you're buying, meet in a public location. Some people like to meet in, public parking lots, or I've seen people that want to meet at police stations and so on and so forth, but don't go to somebody's house and don't have somebody come into your house. Meet in a public location, which I think is probably the standard on Facebook Marketplace. I will tell you, the first time I ever got ripped off, and you guys that are part of our automatic sports card profits program, you'll see the expanded video in the training, but I got ripped off the first Facebook Marketplace purchase I attempted. That will be covered in detail in the members area. But be safe. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. When I got ripped off, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it was probably a scam from day one, but I did everything possible to ask the right questions to see if maybe this could possibly be a scam. Number 3, there's a lot of junk out there, and all collectors think their cards are worth more than they are. The market is full of junk wax, overpriced junk wax. I don't mind junk wax at all. I make a lot of money with junk wax, but not overpriced junk wax. And you have to buy it right. You make money when you buy, not when you sell. And we get into more detail on this. It is 4 tips. I said 3 here. I need to change that, I guess, but it's too late. 4th tip: profile the seller. Say, Dale, what are you talking about? Who is the seller? Is the seller a collector, a current collector? Is the seller someone that collected years ago? Or is the seller someone who ended up with these cards somehow, or maybe a relative or a friend or whoever, and they have no idea really what to do with them? Profile your seller. The best sellers are not the collectors, current collectors. It's not past collectors. It's people that end up with cards somehow. They're doing their best to do their research, and they just want to move them. The example I'm getting ready to show you is from a gentleman. His son inherited the collection from an uncle who had passed, and his son wanted to buy a guitar, some kind of fancy guitar, and that's why they were selling the collection. So let's get into it. I'll show you the Facebook ad. I'll show you the actual collection after we picked it up, and then how we process it and how we're going to make a minimum of 300% on this particular purchase. So this was the Facebook Marketplace ad, and you can see a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of Terry Bradshaw cards, and so on and so forth. So he's just showing Phil Simms, and you can see. So this was the picture. You had a good video. You had a picture of some of the items. You had some individual pictures of some of the items. And I'm going through here and I'm looking. There's a Bonds rookie. There's the trade, 86 traded bonds. Up here is the green, very popular green bonds. I've already sold these Ryan Sandberg rookies. Again, I haven't had this maybe a week or so, but let's look at the actual description here. This is a collection, primarily baseball cards, some basketball cards, and other baseball memorabilia. I am not a collector. We inherited this from a family member. While we have not had any of these cards graded, there are some potentially valuable cards here. You can see a list of this collection, and he gives the URL. That was impressive, very impressive for me. If you bought anything off Facebook, I've never seen anybody give us an actual list of what was available. I'm not interested in breaking this up. That's good. That means somebody hasn't gone through and already picked out the best cards. If it's listed available, serious inquiry. If it's listed, it's available, serious inquiries only. So again, he was asking $500. Then he had lowered it to $400. So everything about this I like. Okay, when I look at this, I know I can take these 3 sets, and the only question I think I really had for him is, were the sets sealed? He said they were. They'd never been opened. I know I can take these 3 sets. There's not a lot of great rookie cards in there, but there's a lot of Hall of Famers. And I know from past experience, I can pull out the top players here that have a possibility of grading a PSA 10. I can have them grade it, and I can recoup the $400 for sure. But again, it's a lot of cards that are not rare. But again, it looked like a good, clean collection. I love the 86 tops traded. We do really well when we break these sets. I like the 87 Fleer, the traded that they did, the update. We do really well breaking these, and we can do okay with these other tops traded. I like the green. I had it in my mind. I've lost it, but I like the green bow from the card game. There's, a Dave Parker. I think that's his rookie card there. So I saw some cards that made sense. So, I'm not going to buy any collection unless I can for sure double my money. And, that's the bottom line. So when I make an offer on a collection, I don't negotiate. I'll look at it and I'll give them my best offer, and I'm done. And I offered $300, and he turned me down. He said, I appreciate the offer. He's very kind, but that's okay. I hear from him a month later, and that happens a lot. Most of the deals that I buy, I think I make my best offer, and they'll not take it, and then they'll come back to me, in a few weeks or a month or so. That happens a lot for me on Facebook Marketplace, and that's what happened here. So let's take a look at the actual collection that I picked up. This is right after we brought it home. Let's cut to that real quick. Okay, guys, we got this collection home, but you can kind of see what we ended up with. For $300, it's going to be really hard not to at least triple our money with this. I haven't even looked in here. I don't know what's here, but we've got a complete 90 upper deck set, 91 upper deck set, and I think this is the 88 top, 91 tops. We will break those down, and any cards that we can send for grading, we will. We've got the 88 tops traded, 87 Fleer update, 86 tops traded, which is great, and then the 87. From just initial glance at what we've got here, we've got 2 Canseco autographs, 1 Mark Grace. It has not been certified, but I'm assuming they were picked up probably at a show. Guy was obviously a Terry Bradshaw fan, so I'm going to do some research on market movers for Terry Bradshaw and what these cards are doing. We may send some for grading. We may sell some raw, but you can see several Terry Bradshaw cards. There's your Griffey rookies. This is a beautiful classic green Bo Jackson. We're going to pull this one, and also the one from 86 tops traded. We're doing a show later this month where Bo's going to be autographing, so we'll probably have both of those autographed. But overall, very happy. Again, Facebook Marketplace, you guys kind of saw, took a month or so working on this deal to get it put together, but
if you're willing to do the work, a lot of people say, well, Dale, this is a lot of work. Yeah, it is. But if you're willing to do the work and you're patient, this is guaranteed sports card profits. You can absolutely guarantee a good return. I'm expecting at least to triple our money on this, and very happy with it, what we've seen so far. So this is Dale Calvert, CMG Sports Card Investments.com. Check us out on our website. And if you like this kind of information, if you're really serious about making money with sports cards, we hope you'll subscribe to this channel. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
So you can see everything that I've just shown you is basically as described in the ad. Everything was there. It all looked good. It all looked clean. What really shocked me was the manifest. I told my wife, I said, there's some cards that are listed, a lot of second and third year, fourth year Hall of Famers that are really as good or better than the cards he shared in the video. And they were in these two boxes here. But to kind of just wrap this up and show you what we've been able to do up to this point, all the quarterback cards you saw, I've sold 2 or 3 of them. I know I sold the McMahon rookie and a couple others, one of the Terry Bradshaws and another one last week at a show. But the quarterbacks alone, we looked at them all. There was a couple that we've sent. They're going in our next PSA order that we're hoping if they come back at least sevens, we can make $50 on those 2 cards plus the other quarterbacks. So the quarterbacks alone will recoup our initial investment. Okay, so I can recoup my investments on the quarterbacks. I've got $300 in these 2 boxes just in dollar cards and quarter cards for show boxes. I know I can break these sets, and I know what the top 30 players are from each one of these sets. And some of those, if they're worth grading, can give us a $10 to $20 per profit per card. Not even talking about the 86 Topps update, which is a great set to break, and the 87 Fleer, and then all the other cards as well. And again, we haven't even processed all this yet. But I can comfortably say that with patience and time, which I always say, if you have patience, you have the time, you're willing to do the work, and you don't have to make all your money back next week or next month. But over time, this is an easy 300% return on our initial investment. We've still got to process these to see what cards from these update sets make sense to send to PSA, if any, and the rest will probably sell at shows. Some may go on eBay, but we've already sold a few. I just took a couple and just listed in one night. I listed a few, not a lot, but we already sold this Tony Gwynn. We already sold, we had 2 of the Ryan Sandberg. We sold one of those already. And this was a high number that was in that box, the long box I showed you just a few minutes ago. We already sold this Ike Brown for $14. It's 71 Ike Brown. And I wanted to mention there were 2 Conseco 8x10s. I've got 1 listed so far right now. And there was also a Mark Grace autograph 8x10. So I'm assuming the gentleman that had this collection originally probably went to a show where Conseco and Grace were doing the autos. So this really is just an example of the perfect type of Facebook Marketplace buy I look for. Somebody that had inherited the set. It was a win-win for everybody. His son's going to be able to buy his guitar. We are willing to do the work, and over time, we'll make a 300% return on our investment. So very, very happy with this. A lot of really good cards, not a bunch of junk, not a lot of commons, a lot of stars, all-stars, some Hall of Famers, and cards that we will move over time. So very happy with this Facebook Marketplace purchase. We're focusing more on Facebook Marketplace this year than we ever have before. And again, if you're smart, you follow the 4 ideas, concepts, rules I shared with you, and you're willing to do the work, you can guarantee yourself profits buying the right sports card collections on Facebook Marketplace. Hope you got value from this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.